Have you ever wondered how the invisible tectonic plates of global power have shifted over the past decades? This isn't just a question for the politically inclined, but one that concerns us all. As citizens of this planet, it's crucial we understand the dynamics that shape our world. From the rise and fall of nations to the emergence of global institutions, these shifts in political landscape have profound implications. In this video, we will journey through the transformative timeline of political landscape that has shaped the world as we know it today. As we stepped into the 21st century, the world was poised for a dramatic shift in power dynamics. The political landscape was a chessboard of nations, each with its own strategy to gain dominance. There were the established players, such as the United States and China, who continued to exert their influence on the global stage. But there were also emerging powers like India and Brazil, who were beginning to make their presence felt. At the same time, the world was witnessing major events that would trigger a seismic shift in power. The tragic event of September 11, 2001 led to the United States War on Terror, which had far-reaching implications for global politics. Meanwhile, the European Union expanded, adding several Eastern European nations to its fold and strengthening its position as a collective global player. These early years of the 21st century set the stage for a reshuffling of global power that continues to this day. As the century progressed, the world witnessed significant changes in the political landscape. The mid-21st century marked a period of distinct power shifts with a kaleidoscope of events reshaping the hierarchy of global supremacy. One of the key shifts was the emergence of Asia as a major power bloc. Countries like China and India, fueled by rapid economic growth and technological advancement, began to assert their influence on the global stage. This ascendancy was not without controversy as debates over human rights, intellectual property, and territorial disputes made headlines. In Europe, the European Union faced internal challenges and external pressures. The Brexit aftermath continued to ripple through the continent, while the refugee crisis and economic disparities among member nations tested the unity of the bloc. Yet, despite these hurdles, the EU persevered, continually striving to redefine its role in the global order. Over in the Americas, the United States grappled with its own set of challenges. The nation's traditional role as a global leader was questioned as isolationist policies gained traction. Yet, amidst these shifts, the U.S. remained an influential player, driving conversations on climate change, technology regulation, and international security. Meanwhile, Africa experienced a renaissance of sorts. Several African nations made strides in governance, infrastructure, and economic development. There was a growing recognition of Africa's potential as an emerging power, leading to increased investment and diplomatic engagement from countries around the world. And in the Middle East, the dynamics changed drastically. The region saw a reduction of conflicts and an increased focus on modernization and development. Nations such as Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates launched ambitious plans to diversify their economies, signaling a shift away from a singular reliance on oil. These mid-century shifts in power dynamics further complicated the global political landscape, setting the stage for an even more unpredictable future. The rise and fall of powers, the emergence of new alliances, and the redrawing of geopolitical boundaries, all of these painted a picture of a world in flux where the only constant was change. A fast forward to present day, the world's political landscape is a mosaic of shifting powers, emerging leaders, and unpredictable alliances. In this current era, the balance of power is continuously in flux as nations rise, fall, and redefine their roles on the global stage. The key players are numerous, each with their own unique strategies and objectives. Countries like China, the United States, and Russia continue to exert their influence, but the narrative is no longer solely about superpowers. Emerging nations such as India, Brazil, and South Africa are carving out their own paths, disrupting traditional power structures. Major events are contributing to these changes, reshaping the world as we know it. From the ongoing effects of climate change and the global response to the COVID-19 pandemic, to the rise of artificial intelligence and the increasing importance of cybersecurity, these events are challenging the status quo, prompting nations to adapt and evolve. In this shifting landscape, new alliances are forming, often in unexpected places. The alliances of the 21st century are not merely formed on the basis of geography or shared ideology, but also on mutual interests and shared challenges. For instance, nations are banding together to combat climate change, manage migration, and regulate technology. Emerging trends in global politics are also crucial to understanding the present dynamics. The rise of populism, the impact of social media on politics, the resurgence of nationalism, and the increasing role of non-state actors are all shaping the world order. One thing is clear: the present-day global power dynamics are far from static. They are complex, unpredictable, and ever-evolving. As nations navigate this uncertainty, they must remain agile, innovative, and ready to face new challenges head-on. In this era of change and uncertainty, the only constant is the shift in power dynamics. Each nation, each leader, each event, and each trend is a piece of the puzzle, contributing to the intricate, multidimensional mosaic that is the world's political landscape. As we stand in the present, the shifts in global power dynamics have created a complex and unpredictable political landscape. Looking ahead, one might wonder, what does the future hold for global power dynamics? The future of global power is a complex tapestry woven from threads of economic growth, technological advancements, and shifting demographics. As we delve into the realm of the future, we must recognize that the world of tomorrow will look vastly different from today. Imagine a world where emerging economies take center stage. Countries like India, Brazil, and Indonesia are predicted to grow exponentially, potentially shifting the balance of power. Their rise will likely bring a fresh perspective and new ideas to the global stage, challenging the status quo and the traditional powerhouses of the West. Technological advancement will also play a pivotal role in reshaping the global power dynamics. The digital revolution is not just transforming economies, it's changing the way nations interact and exert influence. Nations leading in technology, artificial intelligence, and cyber capabilities may find themselves wielding unprecedented power. Simultaneously, we must consider the role of demographics. Aging populations in some parts of the world and youth bulges in others could significantly impact economic productivity and political stability. Nations with a younger demographic might have the advantage of a vibrant workforce, potentially propelling them to the forefront of the global stage. Climate change, too, will undoubtedly factor into this equation. The nations that lead in sustainable practices and green technologies might just hold the keys to the future. The world's response to climate change could not just redefine power, but also the very essence of global leadership. However, it's important to remember that these are merely predictions, educated guesses at best. The future is a murky crystal ball clouded by uncertainties and the unpredictability of world events. While the future remains uncertain, one thing is clear: the tectonic plates of global power will continue to shift, shaping the political landscape for years to come. The only constant in this ever-evolving landscape is change, and those who adapt will be the ones to shape the world of tomorrow. So what did we learn from our journey through the shifting political landscape of the 21st century? We traveled from the dawn of the century, witnessing major power shifts and arriving at our present situation. This journey showed us how understanding these shifts in global power dynamics is not just crucial but fundamental. It's about more than just political intrigue. It's about navigating this interconnected world of ours. Remember, understanding these shifts in power dynamics is crucial to navigating this interconnected world of ours. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning.